appropriate. The behavior over the few years that they are in government shows why you can't support it. COPE will therefore continue to defend our people's right on land and property. Therefore, we will not support any amendments to the 18th Constitutional Amendment Bill. I thank you, sir.
Could you introduce yourself? Oh, okay, fine. Could you introduce yourself?
The name is Chris Liebenberg. I'm the Provincial Secretary of Congress of the People, COPE.
Next.
Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of the panel. Thank you for listening to me. I first would like to raise my concerns in my recognition of the farmers who's currently struggling to extinguish a fire.
You haven't introduced yourself.
My name is Renette Liebenberg. I am a member of Parliament, but I'm speaking here on my own behalf. My thoughts is going out to the farmers that is currently trying to suppress the fire raging into the northern side of Kimberly. So my first concern is the vastness of the Northern Cape province and the committee reaching out to do public hearings throughout the province. And I talked to some of the guys yesterday in the R who said to me that they received incorrect information of the venue where the public hearings will be taking place, which is a concern to me, and I hope that it's not happening in the future. Sir, I would like you to take you back to the preamble of the bill. The amendment of the Constitution of the Republic is to provide that the land and the improvements thereon are expropriated for the purpose of land reform, whereas there is a need for urgent and accelerated land reform. I firstly want to tell you that I strongly support land reform and restitution due to past practices in our historical injustices surrounding land. But the government is merely giving hope and false hope to people. And I think we can just look around the Kimberly area and talk to the Peniel farmers, who was part of the first expropriation land in South Africa in 2007, who to this date does not have title deed of their property, which is a shame. So for me to say that this is going to accelerate land reform, it's not going to be true, because currently they cannot even handle cases that they dealt with in 2007. How are they going to do that? The focus of this amendment is to take the power away from the courts of the rule of law and put it in the hands of the executive, with which I have a huge problem. We fought hard for freedom and to get away from a president who has the power. We have a constitution now. We cannot allow and submit that laws can be made by the executive, by the whims of any executive at power at that time. If we change the constitution, any government that can come in at a later stage can change that requisite as they wish, and that for me is problematic. The law is designed to give me as a citizen the security on what, when, and how it will happen. This amendment bill is not giving the full criteria and certainty at what goes directly, when it's going to decide or, on what land is going to be expropriated. It's directly against the separation of powers. So in this regard, I cannot support this bill because the criteria has not been stipulated in it. I thank you.
Next.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm Kabelo, the son of the swine. We have been here before, Mr. Chair. We believe this is a waste of taxpayers' money, and we are here, and we still believe that we still want to have the Section 25 bill amendment. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, another. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, Chairperson. My name is Patrick Maposo. I'm a spokesperson for the South African Artisanal Miners, and also I'm an anti-racism campaigner. Yes. We've been talking about the land for too long, and I think it's about time that whenever you go back to Parliament, you tell them what the people are saying, that we want our land back. We're not going to kiss some asses like we've been the last 26 years. We want our land back, and that must happen. Most of the land, I can hear the views of Agri-SA. I understand where they're coming from, I understand the objection, but what are they doing to give part of the land to the disadvantaged? Some farmers have got 13, 14, 15 plots. They've got vast land in this country, but what are they contributing instead to give the land to the people? All they do is just to oppose. They don't want anybody to come near the land. So what we are saying is, it's about time that our government do something concrete about the plight of our people. For instance, in the mining sector, there's a lot of dumps here that are being driven day and night, 24/7. We've been asking for government to give us dumps so that our people can work for themselves. But what they're doing instead, they want to give more land to white people to mine. That is ridiculous. In 2020, they still want the same people to re-mine the dumps and benefit from them and run away like they did, leaving us with a big hole. That's all they did. So what we want is, we don't have time now. It's a ticking bomb. We want land. We want it now. Thank you very much.
Remove your mask.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
Good day, everyone. I'm Gloria Sibela. I'm not going to talk English because I didn't go to school, but I'm intelligent. Ke tlo bua Setswana.
Nnete a itse sekgoeng, nnete ka puong efe kapa efe. Bua puo ya hao.
Yeah, okay. And then, nna ke le moagi wa Samaria, ke le Gloria Sibela, ke le mobereki wa mobu, re Panteman. Re maswabi thata. Gobane dilo tsa rona kgale di sa tsewe. Kgale re lwantshiwa. Re le artisanal miner, re na le permit re file mobu. After getting permit, ga re sa tlhole re na le mobu. Mo premier wa itse ka kganye, DMR ya itse ka kganye. Re maswabi thata gobane ha re kena mo campaign tsa makgwa re radika, because di floor kaofela permit ya rona e re boleletse gore permit ya rona e afford-a mongwe le mongwe wa Kimberly o mo Northern Cape. Di floor kaofela ke tsa di artisanal miner. So re ile ra celebrate ko Maiboe. Ha re celebrate ko Maiboe, ra thola gore re celebrate Monster. Re le popisi bole. Ke utlwile botlhoko thata because ha re kena mo di campaign, maponisa they are included. They are fighting with us. So ga re itse gore re lebe kae. EFF bonyane ke yone ntse tla re phusha re thusa re kopa. Ntwa ya dilase re ilwa ka mona le ma security le maponisa ba re tlhakanetse le ma security. Go sena motho a re thusa. Ba EFF ke yone le stopa maponisa le ma security. Ha hona batho kaofela ka mone ba. Hona le batho ba tlhokofaletseng ke bana. A tshwere mosadi wa pregnant, a tshwaretswe go epa mobu, re na le permit. A kry-a miscarriage ka tronko. Ha re fetsa mowa, ga tsaba go kgaitsedi ya bona ba tswile matlho. Even me, I have a rubber bullet. Ke na le divolse ka mmeleng. Batho ba phela ka divolse ka mmeleng. Re kwatile re kopa mobu. ANC re face mo premier le ene wa itse ka kganye. So ga re itse re kopa no yana re batla mobu ko ntleng ga dipuisana. Ke pheto. Ga gona mo re tlo go yang teng ntle le gore because ha re bere ke mona mo re dulang teng. Ha re na mobu o rich, ba re file mobu o shwileng. Johnny Wani o bereka underground, o bereka le open cast. So re batla go itse gore di permit tsa di tsa di open cast le underground a dikaliesi because we itse 2020 hana o thola bona motho ya a montsho a tshwere sefe a dika diamond. Johnny Wani o re ja le masepala masepala wa itse ke kgang e, le ene mopremier wa itse. Ke a leboga.
Hara tla mo bathong ba ba tswang sekolong ba ba tsebang English or Afrikaans. Re tlile mo badudi kaofela. O mongwe le o mongwe a bue ka puo ya hae. Ha o tlhokega interpretation, re tla interpret. O ska ba le motho a sa bueng ka baka la hore a re a tswe sekolong. Ha ra tlela batho ba tswa sekolong. Re tletse badudi kaofela ba ba nang le ntho e ba batla ho bua. Ntate ke bona bo emisa letsoho no se teng ha ke nka matsoho. Oh, I think moving sticker because hello, give this man a sticker. Let him come. Yeah, come. Yeah, come to the mic. And kaofela ha le qeta ho bua le latlhele di sticker ka mo baketeng.
Goedemiddag, ik is Pieter Renoster. Ik is een artisanal miner aan Greenpoint enzovoort. Die government heeft ons bijgeveel. Hulle het ons grond gegeven, wat ons niks kan maken. Hulle gebleven ons altijd een dode koeitje wat die melk kan uitdalen enzovoort. Ons het ons best geprobeerd naar DMR toe te gaan enzovoort. Die DMR het die hele rechten voor die myn gegee. Nou so op die manier sê ek, ons as artisanal miners, ons het gebesluit, ons soek section 104, laat die hele grond, die hele dams en heapse op die gemeenskap van, op die residents van Kimberly op te kom. En dis is wat ons soek. En as ons dit nie gaan kry nie, in 2 of 3 weeks time, ons soek section 104. Ek as 'n artisanal miner, ek ken net van diamantwerk, ek ken nie van ander experience nie. So as jy die grond van my afvat, wat moet ek eet, want toe moet ek gaan, dankie.
Next one. The next one with a sticker. Only people with stickers must come. Oh, the lady is coming. You can come and sit here.
Okay. I would like to thank God for this opportunity of letting us to be here. First of all, I would like to pass my greetings to you, Mr. Chairperson, honorable parliament members, and the House at large. My name is Masnuku Musala. I'm also on the behalf of artisanal miners. I would like to take this opportunity to add over what other people have left. Over the topic of today, we would like the government to look artisanal miners as the lowest people ever. We are trying to put the bread on the table due to the poverty and joblessness. We are the mothers and the fathers. Some of us, we came because there is no what we can do. But unfortunately, we would like the government to recognize, because we are contributing a very big economic wealth to this country. We get the minerals from the ground. We are contributing to our dreams. We are contributing to our education. We are contributing to put the bread on the table. We would like the government to hear our say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, honorable members, everyone under this roof. My name is Komojo Pasha. I'm from the EFF, Economic Freedom Fighters. I, Komojo Pasha, residing at Kimberly, hereby declare that I support the amendment of Section 25 of the Constitution to allow expropriation of land without compensation. This amendment is crucial for the decolonization of our society, for guaranteeing a redress for colonial and apartheid dispossession, and for ensuring equitable and redistribution of land in South Africa. We as the EFF, we say, without land, you are nothing. People that are going to continue buying land, they are going to remain rich. We say, we as black people, as Africans, we are the ones working at the farms. We are the ones that knows and understand when we must that's why we say this bill, we support it as the EFF. Thank you very much.
Person with a sticker. Introduce yourself, and maybe you must put your head nicely so the members of parliament can see you nicely.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and the House is large. As me, I'm a Utilele Baking from EFF politician. So the thing I want to ask from Mr. Chair is a one. We, as artisanal miners from Samaria, we have I hear Mr. Chair said we imagine he had to come by a complaint, but it's not a complaint, it's a crisis for us as artisanal miners. The government of Kimberly have failed the people of Samaria. We are the artisanal miners at the Samaria, but we haven't sold to job. Now, when we have a place to work in, the police and the police are come to us and stop us, but security are shooting us by the rubber bullet. Now we give the police that memorandum or the case number of the people are shooting there. The police are regret us. We have a complaint of the mine. That mine, he took that city cemetery grave number pegs down. He took the city cemetery of the people of Kimberly. The man people are good to that grave. They took the pegs out and they dig the soil there. They took the soil. Now I found the pegs from the grave to the police. The police, they took that peg, they sit only there, they haven't talked nothing. After that, I go to the DFA. The DFA know that peg, they say they're going to investigate till now. It's from 2018 till now, there's 2 years. So we have a problem by the mine and the government and the police of the Kimberly. We haven't found place to work. When we have place to work, they come and shoot us there. So we have no way to complain. Please, Chair, we ask you to help us. I think.
Give us at the outside there may be people who need to be clarified on some things. Protection officers, can you just help? There may be people who are not sure what to do or where to go. Bua Mwaka. Can he as a belief, Nedi?
Okay.
Nee,
Loop maar,
ja,
okay.
loop maar.
Ek sê goeiedag vir al die groot mense en al die jong mense wat hier vergader in hierdie hall in. Ek wil sê dit is 'n plesier, maar ek vra die Here laat ons volgende jaar nie weer terugkom vir die landprobleme. Ek dink baie, ons president Mandela het 'n fout begaan. En hy het nie gedink daaroor nie. Maar ons sien nou die probleem wat ons nou kom oud word, dat onze president het 'n klein mistake gemaak. Die Khoisan, die land was vir die Khoisan. But we forget, elke dag daar's 'n nuwe baby wat gebore word. En onze kinders soek land om ook vir hulle se families op te bou. Maar nou is dit so swaar om terug te gaan na die Khoisans toe, om die land te vra, laat dit moet gebou word vir die kinders. En Sol Plaatjie speel ook 'n rol, dit is sy land. Waarom moet ons Sol Plaatjie toe gaan om te land loop koop? As hulle kan net vir ons sê, waar kry Sol Plaatjie die land? Laat ons kan loop koop. Nou moet die kinders opgaar in 'n Soeries dumping plek waar hulle se senties wil opsit. Laat die land gegee word. Laat ons die Khoisan vra, laat hy sê met daardie land. Asseblief. Ons sukkel, ons suffer. Derdens vra ek, all cabinet and cabinet leaders in cabinet en in parlement, as hulle agreement maak, laat hulle terugkom na die gemeenskap toe. En die gemeenskap eers te vra, as ons daai agreement maak, is dit reg? Ons suffer vandag. Dit is drugs, is Nigerians en al hulle die hele Kimberly vol. Wie sit vandag met die probleem? Is die gemeenskap. Die polisie is moeg, hy weet nie wat met hy maak nie. But the people on the top 6, and the cabinet leaders, if they don't, as hulle agreement maak, laat hulle na die gemeenskap toe kom. Die gemeenskap suffer. Ons het onrustige nagte deur hierdie agreement van ons cabinet leaders. Thank you very much.
Mandela het ons gestuur om saam met julle te werk en die probleem op te los. Laat ons saam werk en die probleem oplos.
Dumelang, leina la ka ke nna Sonwabo Madiele. Ke dula mo Francis Bard region, mo Northern Cape. Today we are going to correct the injustices of the past, committed against the people of South Africa. Re batla go e ba jana gore gompieno re dula mo di squatter campaign. Really the majority of the people of South Africa. Economy ga e mo matsogong a rona. So therefore we are saying thank you to the economic freedom fighters for bringing this particular discussion in Parliament. I, Sonwabo Madiele, residing in Francis Bard, hereby declare that I support the amendment bill of Section 25 of the Constitution to allow for expropriation of land without compensation. This amendment is crucial for the decolonization of our society. It guaranteeing redress of colonial apartheid land dispossession and ensuring equitable redistribution of land in South Africa. So therefore, as a member of the community of Francis Bard, I support the amendment of Section 25. Thank you.
The protection officers tell me that the people who are outside are not creating any problems. They are just talking amongst themselves. So people who have spoken must create space so that those who are outside who may want to come in to contribute must be welcome to come and contribute. Proceed. Bayadanki Totsins.
Thank you, sir. My name is Ernest Skochan. Yes, I'm the founder of Motion of Commercializing Alluvial Mining in South Africa. So, sir, under my motion is to enlighten people about what does the alluvial means. The right words we should call with is alluvial rather than artisanal, because anyone can be artisan.
Sorry.
Yes.
Those who are going out, just do so quietly. We want to hear this young lion
Yes.
speak and remove.
The motion is all about to enlighten people about the right words we should call it with, because artisanal is anyone who use hands rather than machinery. So alluvial is something that had been washed off from its original place due to different circumstances. It can be on the form of water erosion, wind erosion, or sometimes by volcanic lava. So the reason of enlightening people is because if we know who we are and where we come from, we will able to fight for what is good for us. So it's really sad because in Cleansia, the TPR groups works as alluvial diamond mining process. But then here in Kimberly, we still have no full ownership to some of our diamond ferrous land, such as the likes of Greenpoint and other alluvial zones. So can you please, Mr. Premier, to make sure that to fix the problem, because we are tired to be the culprit. We are tired to be the victim of the culprit whom we are on the same venture. Please.
The only premier is Honorable Zaman Sol.
Zaman Sol, exactly.
Yes, but we will convey the message to him.
Yes.
I'm a former premier of Gauteng province. I'm
Yes.
not going to contest the premiership of Northern Cape.
Exactly, sir.
Proceed. Next. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, and to your committee. Chairperson, I'm a young South African, and my name is Kenneth Kok, and I'm in support. The section 25 must be amended for the following.
Did you say you are Kenneth?
Kok, K-O-C-K.
Are the Kok the Koranas?
Pardon?
Are the Kok the Koranas? No?
No, I don't know. Perhaps.
Okay. Right.
So we in support of this bill to be amended, and for the following reason, and we are clear on the matter. We're saying the land should be expropriated without compensation. That's my position as a South African. And the reason why, I further say that the land should belong to the state, Chairperson, and the state should be the custodian. And for the reason why the land, if the state is the custodian, so that we must share it equal distribution, Chair. And if it's talk about equal distribution, Chairperson, it gives us young people an opportunity to get land also, and to make means for our future also, Chairperson. For example, Chairperson, if you can go to the location, Chairperson, in every yard there's a shack and, and it's almost 10, 11 families. And if we want to go and build a shack at a place, we are hearing that it's private property. And today, Chairperson, there's a person, but it's late today, it's Pete Els. The guys own half of Kimberly, and if you want to go, and it's late now, but his family is benefiting currently. And those young people don't know what to do with the land. They're not using the land. We want to use the land. We want to build for our families, and we want to, our legacies, one day our grandchildren must have a place to stay, Chairperson. So we in support of the section must be amended. Amanda.
Sorry, who is this person who owns the land in Kimberley? And
I said most of the land are owned by the late Pete Els. Because of if you are going to, if the government says you must go, if we are going to build shacks, we heard now you can't build on this property because of it belongs to this particular people. I'm just mentioning one.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I was just mentioning one.
Okay.
But if we want to build shacks, then they say, nah, it belongs to these people and,
Okay.
and it's vacant also.
Okay, can we get to your notes?
No, it's not notes, it's a
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair and the panel. I'm glad to be here. I would like to speak on paragraph 4 of the amendment. There states none. The financial compensation for the state.
What is your name?
Oh, sorry. My name is Corey Solomons. I'm the chairperson of the Peniel Communal Property Association. If we look at page 5, you will see there paragraph 4, financial implications for the state. I'm just worried that the state can expropriate the land for free. But what is going with that expropriation? It's no use giving me a Mercedes-Benz without the engine. It doesn't work that way. Because most of land reforms that has taken place fell flat because there's no support from government departments. And I'm talking here about the Northern Cape. The land has been expropriated for the Peniel Communal Property Association, the first expropriation in a democratic South Africa. We had BBC here, we had CNN here, all those, Al Jazeera them. But till today, when we challenged it, they took us to court in 2007 to take administration of the Peniel CPA. And we challenged that as the CPA. With monies, borrow here, borrow there, because they felt that this CPA will not be able to go to the High Court with senior counsel. But that's not, it's disgusting. Here we are talking about a bill where land will be given without compensation, but the compensation in excess of 60 million rand, 60, has been paid to the Lutheran Church in South Africa for Peniel. It's now since 2005. It's 2020 now. Not a single title deed, not a single assistance, nothing. Nothing, sir. Now my question is, that's why I brought in paragraph 4, where it states none. Because that thing worries me. Because if it becomes legislation, you can refer to None. If the claimants are coming or the CPAs are coming and ask for something to assist them, then they will show you the amendment. So all I'm saying, and I hope that this panel can assist the Penile CPA, which was the very first expropriation in South Africa. We are still in court. The 6th of November, we must be in court. 2 weeks ago, it may be because of your visitation here, they suddenly sent out, sir, a motion of withdrawal of the case against the Penile CPA. After so many years last week, but that doesn't mean they will give us our title deed. Never. That's why I'm asking for the panel on also in what's the duration? What's the duration? If you expropriate, give a time frame when you are going to give the title deed and what's going with it. Thank you very much.
Can you give us, our researchers, more information on that problem and the court case and the cost number? We will follow up and just check what's happening, because proceed.
No,
you are next. You are next.
Okay.
You are next after him. You are next.
Thank you, Chairperson. Sorry?
You do have a sticker.
Sticker?
No, you don't have a sticker. You have a sticker. You are the last one, and then we go to the back. Thank you for reminding me. Ilungelo lenu.
Afternoon, Chairperson. Afternoon, parliamentarians. My name is Simon Fusser. I came to you on behalf of the Rooipur community. It's a claimant community here in the Northern Cape. Our claim was lodged before 1997. It was government gazetted in 2005, successfully so. The Land Claims Department are in cahoots with those big companies, the BS. That's why I am for the amendment of this bill, but I'm not sure if it will be implemented the way government wants it to be implemented. Why I'm saying it's in cahoots? Since our government gazetted successfully, we are waiting up until today for settlement. It can't. Why? As I'm speaking, Ponahalo Investments, Manedi Pichos, the previous premier company, and Cheryl Carolus, they are busy mining there on this property. 5 mines are on that property of the previous, the BS that we claim. Nothing is, we are not told if it's going forward, is it going backwards. We even went so far as to write to the Portfolio Committee of Parliament. We never got an answer back. So that's what I'm asking. Government is writing all the laws to help the people. But the question is, when it comes to implementing these laws, will they be implemented fairly? Or is it this amendment, is it seeking to make others that did not, there's just saying that we did not benefit in the past, so we are making laws so we can benefit now. So is it for the politicians and the connected, or is it for the ordinary people of South Africa that these laws are being proposed and being signed into law? That's what I'm asking. So, in a nutshell, here in Kimberly, if you are not politically connected, you will get nothing. Thank you.
This lawyer of ours give her the information. We'll follow up on that matter. Yeah. Now at the back, is there someone to give the stickers there? Give those who have raised their hands the stickers, and they must come down here. Only those who have been given stickers must come to the front here. Only those who have stickers must come to the front here. This side. Yeah, now is the time for those at the top there. Let them come. Come to the front with a sticker. We will give you an opportunity. I'm sure when we gave people, we'll come back. Don't be frustrated. No, you must speak. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. My name is Poncho Muchwana. I'm from Haleshiwe. I'm a member of the EFF. I'm also a community servant. Chairperson, when you started here, I want to get us to get something clear. When you started here, Chairperson, you said to us, we are not here to ask us to support the amendment of the Constitution. You said to us, already Parliament has already voted in support of the amendment. You asked us to say, come and make inputs in regards of what should be inclusive within that section. So, Chairperson, I'm here to say to the House that Section 25, subsection 3, I'm saying my submission is that the state should be the custodian of all South Africa's natural resources, inclusive of land, mineral resources, and water, and relevant legislation should be passed to clearly define and contextualize state custodianship of natural resources. Chairperson, it is unfortunate that Agri-SA and TA have left. These people don't behave like South Africans. It means they've only came to say what they wanted to say and then leave. It means that our inputs are not necessary. It's wrong, Chairperson. I just wanted to know that. However, Chair, I heard one of them claiming that expropriation is going to be...
with respect, forget about what other people do.
It's fine, Chair.
Your views are important.
There's no expropriation that is going to be paid for because land was taken through genocide. We cannot reward crime. Now, what is going to happen? We are going to expropriate land without compensation. And there's no food security that is going to be impacted because some of these farmers, some of these white farmers are having more than one farm. Some of these farms are idling. There's no production taking place on those farms. We are saying to them, you are South Africans. If we've got more than one farm, we are going to take these three that you are not going to use so that we can increase production. Currently, there's a shortage of food because some of them are just sitting with unused farms. So any land, if the government, I'm also wanting to warn Parliament to say, in the 6th or the 7th Parliament, we don't want to speak expropriation. We voted for it in the 6th Parliament. We are going to expropriate, implement it in the 6th Parliament. If you are not going to do that, prepare yourself for an unled revolution. We are going to take the land, the unoccupied land is going to be occupied. In the absence of leadership, the community shall lead themselves. Thank you.
Don't threaten. Don't threaten us. We came to you because we came to you because we respect you. Proceed.
Good afternoon, leaders. My name is Norma Langasiwa, the Secretary for the South African Artisanal Miners Forum. We as a forum support the amendment of Section 25 and further submit that the land must be subdivided and shared amongst those who work it. The government must recognize artisanal mining in South Africa and regulate it as an industry of the self-employed. When regulating artisanal mining, Section 104 of the MPRDA must be applied. We want to be given a chance to contribute meaningfully to the economy of our country. Mr. Chair, the problem that we are having in Northern Cape is that the land is owned by the mine. Studies have shown that in Kimberly, the municipality owns only 3% of the land. Above 90% is owned by the mine. And this is very problematic for us because now the mine owners, the Honey brothers, they are now the boss of this province. Rona re le artisanal miners, ga re letlelelwa go mine ka gore di dams tse le di floors tse di humileng, tse di nang le ditemane tse di tonna, di beetswe the Honey brothers ke tsa bone. A re tsena mo as artisanal miners re di bereka, re lebagangwa ke dithunya. Ba re thuntsha mo pele ga di peacekeepers tsa rona, ga gona se re se dirang. Rona ga rena matla a go ituela. Se se leng teng ke gore re ba thibela hela ka shield le leje. Mare le ga go ntse yalo, mmušo wa rona wa Northern Cape ga o re tseitsia re le di artisanal miners. Go maswabi gore gone yaanong yana re be re boleletse gore mo Northern Cape re legalize mme ga rena mbu wa go bereka. Di dams ke sa the Honey brothers, ke sa mine di owniwa ke bone, ba una di dams ba bereka under surface. That is why re kopa gore government ya rona e re recognize as the artisanal miners and e re regulate because ga ra regulate wa rona mo Kimberley. That is why re senang matla a go itirela sepe. Go na le mošweu a le mongwe mo Kimberley yo o ileng a ikisa setlhabelo a bona gore di artisanal miners di a shotlega, re Ellen Thompson le ba lelapa la gagwe ba ba ntshitseng polasi ya gagwe gore ba ipereki ba ne ba itise mo go sone re sentse re lwantwa ya gore re regulatiwe. Ka ga jalo re kopa gore palamente e re a e sekaseka molao o senye gore e o senye tirisong a ba itse gore di artisanal miners re gone le rona re na le bokgoni jwa go contribute mo economy ya rona. Re batla go aga South Africa e leng ya rona. Re na le bokgoni ga re newe platform e maleba ya gore re bontshe bokgoni ba rona. Ba bang ba rona re le di government employees ka ntlheng ya mathata a leng ka gare ra patelesa gore joine industry ya di self-employed. Re kopa gore re akarediwe semmušo. Ke a leboga.
So, it can be that the municipality or government owns 3% of the city. We need to follow up that. Can you get a contact and get that information? We need to follow up that. If the municipality and government own 3% of Kimberley, then it means we are all foreigners in this city. Just give that. Umufe, the context how we'll follow, we'll have to find out how does such a situation arise. Proceed.
Okay. Baie dankie meneer voorsitter vir die geleentheid. Ek is Rachel Versaghi en ek was 'n DMC member. So ons het gewerk met die plase by die verskillende distrikte verbygegaan. Maar ek as 'n Khoisan vrou, ek support nie die amendment van section 25 nie. En meeste van my mense, my volke, die namas, die Koranes, van ek is 'n Korane vrou soos ek hier staan, ek support nie hierdie amendment, die section 25 nie. Wat ek wil sê, meneer die voorsitter, is ons land Suid-Afrika gaan lyk soos Zimbabwe as dit gewysig word. En ten tweedens wil ek net iemand 'n vraag vra. Meneer Corrie Solomons, as u miskien jou huis gaan verkoop, meneer Corrie Solomons, ek wil net 'n vraag vra. Meneer voorsitter, kom ek vra vir u, as u 'n huis gaan verkoop, gaan u nie geld verwag vir die huis wat u gaan verkoop nie. Asseblief, kan u die antwoord?
Antwoord nie, praat. En sê
Ja.
vir my wat jy wil hê van ons.
Ek support nie hierdie section nie. Want ek voel net as ons hierdie section wysig, dan gaan ons baie swaar kry. Want sonder die boer op die plaas maak nie saak white of black nie. Sonder die boer kan ons nie. Ons gaan honger lê mense. Want ek voel wanneer jy nie aan 'n saak instaan nie, as jy nie my skoene staan nie, dan sal jy nie voel hoe dit is nie. Want as ek my huis gaan verkoop aan iemand en ek kry nie die geld terug waarvoor ek hier ingesit het nie, dan sal ek nie my huis kan verkoop nie. Baie dankie meneer voorsitter.
Baie dankie. There are people who have come in. I'm going to give you an opportunity to come and speak. We are still giving an opportunity to the people who were sitting right at the top there. After that, I'll come back here. You lower your hand, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. And then we'll come back to you. I will come back to you. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My name is Godfrey Soul. I am a resident of Kimberly. I'm a committee member of a settlement called Rhythm City. Mr. Chair, the Northern Cape is the biggest province in South Africa. It has the most open land of all the provinces. Now, the problem is the growth in the Northern Cape is stagnant and it's slow because of a certain amount of factors. The first factor is that most of the land is owned by an elite few. It is not, it's above my thinking how one person can own large bulk chunks of land, whereas our people are struggling and suffering. The settlement that I'm talking about, Mr. Chair, has been vacant for more than 50 years. I was born, and that settlement was empty. There was nothing on it. Yet, when us, the residents who actually want land,
what is the name of the settlement?
it's called Rhythm City.
Rhythm City.
Yes. However, when we occupied the land, all of a sudden, owners popped out of nowhere. Now, Mr. Chair, I think there are also a couple of clarifying questions that I need to ask in terms of the bill. The bill has already been approved. My concern, however, is the implementation. How do we implement the bill? I think I can answer that question myself, Mr. Chair, or maybe as a bit of insight. Land expropriation without compensation. I can now already tell by you having these forums that you do not know how you're going to implement it. The implementation of this bill is done at ground level force. Us, the residents who are looking for land, go and we occupy land. And whoever owns the land will come forth and say, you have occupied my land. Now, this is where government needs to come in and say, okay, it's your land, let's get to the table and let's talk. The apartheid government took the land from us, from our forefathers and our ancestors. Who did they compensate? They compensated no one. However, the AfriForums and the whoever they are, they come here and they want compensation for land that they took by force. It is impossible. I agree with one of the comrades that stood here. We cannot compensate crime. One of the ladies that spoke said that the constitution cannot be changed at will. The apartheid government changed the constitution at will to suit them. So, Mr. Chair, in conclusion, I want to say that corruption is also part of the problem in our land, where land is being sold by our people, our own people, to certain individuals who are their friends. I thank you.
I heard there's a problem of rhythm city. I need more information. What is this rhythm city? Because even professional people say they cannot qualify for land except for cars. Can you get his contacts? Isanda, just get this man's, this rhythm city. We not know what is this animal. Yeah.
Greetings, Chair and members of Parliament. I am Tsepo Mokharane, a farmer by profession and an intern at the Department of Agriculture. Chair, I strongly support the amendment of the Section 25 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa to be amended with nil compensation. I'm speaking on behalf of the landless agricultural graduates. Chair, we as black farmers and agricultural black farmers who are qualified, we are being shown flames at farms, Chair. The white farmers don't want a black child or a black farmer to be involved in the managerial section of the farm, whereas currently now as students of the agricultural, students who study agriculture are now confused, not knowing where they will get the land to farm. Chair, if you can just take a look that on the labor of the farms, mostly is black farmers who are working there. Mostly is the black farmers who are on the tractors plowing the land. And mostly is us as black farmers who are up in the sun, down in the sun. Whereas those who are superior, they are in their offices with the air conditions. Chair, regarding the point on where they say a black man cannot farm, I totally disagree on that fact. Chair, these farmers get results from ARCs, institutions where soil samples are taken from, and then they come pretend as if they know when to plant and what to plant on the land. Chair, these people think that a black man cannot farm because of he is not confident and he's not well educated. But well, what I can say today is a black man can farm. You can farm a black child, and everyone who wants to pursue in farming can farm. On the job creation, Chair, if land can be given to us as black farmers, we can create our own jobs, we can hire our own people. Instead of hiring someone who is not qualified just because of the skin of their color, where they are given managerial positions, whereas a black child who is qualified is not given the managerial position. He must work on the store and do hard labor. Chair, I strongly believe that if the amendment can be amended, the state should be the custodian of the land, so that if ever you cannot farm, then the farm can be taken away from you.
Good morning. My name is Khalid Zhang. I'm a 33-year-old female that resides in Kimberly. I was born here, and hopefully I will have enough to sustain my family to be buried here. So firstly, the Israelites, when they had to be moved from Egypt, they were fearing that when they move, they're going to suffer. And this is the illusion that the white man has created for the black man. And history has shown us that if we speak about the term wealth, it means that it's a state of mind. So is poverty. So the people who are sitting here today, it's one of two cases. Either they're stupid or they're tired. So I think most of us, we are tired of being poor. And the other thing is the farmers, I hear a lot of fear in their voices. What happens if we come and take over the land? Like my husband said, the land that we are occupying right now, Rhythm City, can I give you a geographical image in your head? So there's a Roman Catholic school over here. At the back is where we are settled. The soil is so rich that the Roman Catholic sisters plow soil, vegetables there. So it tells me that the land in itself is so rich that if we were to be allowed to live there, we could create agricultural sustenance for ourselves. Furthermore, the geographic distance between it, like my mom's house is in Riviera, which is just a place from Rhythm City. My mother-in-law is there. I own a beauty spa somewhere over here. So geographically, I can maneuver myself with my feet. So I heard the other gentleman say, yeah, like government, you give us land, you get the land, you outsource. So municipality said to Rhythm City community that we should move to another place in Litabong, which is literally a couple of kilometers away from where geographically you can maneuver yourself. Dr. Zamani Saul made a suggestion that should we want to occupy land, let it be geographically practical, you know. So if you're moving us to Litabong Park, that means I can't walk to the hospital, let alone take my kid to school, let alone go to my spa. You know, the geographic distancing is just impractical. The occupants of Rhythm City are they are teachers, they are policemen, we don't qualify because we are not poor enough. We don't qualify for bank loans because we are not wealthy enough. So the injustice that has been done that the apartheid government operated in. I would like to ask the panel that is sitting in front of us, kindly, can we stop talking? You know, all of this talk is just creating problems because the occupants of Rhythm City took a peaceful march, and some of the committee members, including my husband, got arrested. Some people got shot at. Some people, you know, it's a case of one person makes a phone call and says that this is what needs to be done. And the police comes all guns blazing. So I'm just asking, please, for the power of blackness and who we are, can we please get our land back? It was stolen, so please.
Let me get this thing clear.
Yes, sir.
These professional people must be moved to Litabong from Rhythm City.
Yes, sir.
And these are professional people, teachers, policemen.
Yes, sir.
Are the services there?
No, sir.
Can you give that information in your contacts too? Just take that information. Proceed.
Dumelang ma-Afrika ba botlhe. Leina ke Kamogelo Foster. Ke supporta this thing ya amending of the Constitution of Section 25. Currently, no, Yana, we are struggle. When it comes to food security, I'm a small farmer like Kalema. I'm a piece of land, but it's not arable enough for me to expand. Now the issue is this: under this COVID-19, you cannot afford the fruits and vegetables, you cannot afford them. Because of no white people, monopolize that industry. If we can, just like economics, more people in the system of more farming. If there are more, meaning the benefits are going to be more for the consumer, meaning the price will be less. So let us more producers, more farmers in the system, black farmers specifically, because of at the end of the day, hands on that soil. On the other thing, The land must be owned by the government because the bank indirectly they monopolizing the price that the products are on. Any product that we buy is being monopolized. So let that issue your land, put away aside, it be owned by the land, by the government. Then the competition can be fair. I cannot be a proud black person. These are only their hearts. In closing, if you own Africa, you control the world. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Are there still stickers this side? No, I can see the protectors are nicely in charge and you are cooperating with them, so I have no problem. Proceed.
Thank you, Chairperson. I just have two things that I want to bring forward. I agree with this document.
Who are you?
Sorry?
Who are you?
My name is Reverend Kakisho Marwe. Yeah, I agree with this document, but the first thing that we need land, because we're having some small farmers. They are doing their livestock behind the yard. And here around about Kimberly, we have so many lands that have been unoccupied. And the municipal doesn't want to give the land over to the people that really need land. Because I'm asking this committee today if we can leave this house just to make a promise to us that people that is having enough livestock to sustain themselves, they will get land very soon. Because that's really demoralizing us. Thank you.
Good evening, Chair. My name is Untitled
There are
Chapter.
notes. Do you have notes in that paper? Oh, okay, fine. Proceed.
Okay. Leina la ka ke Untitled Chapter. Ke tlaga ke le kwa EFF wa leloko la EFF ko dikgatlhong Bartley West. Ke utlile ntato mongwe le kgowa a bua daitete a re masepala ke yone o palelwang ke go regulator lehatshe. Go bua nnete hela, ha o ya ko masepala o bua le bona gore o kopa lehatshe for o kgone go tlhoma mokhukhu wa gago. Ba go letlela ba re o batle pleke hela mo le gore ke open space o bokana wa baya mokhukhu wa gago. But ha ba bona gore batho ba tshumula ba oketsega mo plekeng ewa, ba tshumula ba remove go tswa mo ka nkane. Like re ntse re bona ko mo TV batho ba ntse ba removeiwa ke di red ends. Go na le informal settlement ba re ke Hackensteek. Ene ntse le teng for almost 30 years pleke ya teng. Ke informal ha go tlo gore e create di developments bo metsi dilo tse di tshwanang ka tsewa. Ene ke itumella gore ntate Kori Solomon o ntse le teng ke ntse ke mmona anwa. Batho ba pinele ba lela ka ntate Kori Solomon because of pleke ele ya CPA. Ba alawile gore di matikiri annete mo mme batho ba le ga ba benefit sip go tswa mo di matikiring tse because of le ha o tsena ka pinele ke gorompata hela toto tsena kwa go na le di flashlight le di toilet at all di flashing toilets. So nna ke le Untlotli ke supporta amendment of section 25 without compensation for equal redistribution. Thank you.
Sorry, matikiri again. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm not taking new hands. I'm only allowing people from the top before I take you. And the protectors will help you. Are there new hands? Those people are exhausted. Yeah. So now, the people on this side, we are going to take new hands. And if you want to speak, they will give you stickers. And then from there, we'll come to this side. And that will be the end of the process. You can raise your hands. give them stickers, all the hands that are up. Now you just sit down and let's finish the stickers process. This side, be patient and don't walk away. When they finish, those with stickers, they finish talking, we're going to give you your chance and then you can come and speak. We'll give you stickers. But if you walk out, we may miss you. Yeah, now, yeah, start. Lebuyor lebumang buntate. Insantwe ling momulomung ubuyoroma.
Lebitswalaka ke thaba mogothu. Ke mongwe wa leloko la ya 5. Fela taba ena ya section 25 Khala re di ga support. Ke ipotsa hobaneng ho foutwa nako e ngata tjena na. Re ntse re pheta ntho e be ha e phethale hobaneng. One, ha ona mo re fumana molemo hobane ka hara Northern Cape ka mona ke ka mo ho sebediswang kgethollo ya mmala apartheid yana khale e sebetsa kwana. Ha o sheba re la re sa qete re le batho ba ntseng ba itshokola ba itshebeletsa mona re uka re ntse re bitswa Adidas Mine empa ga ipotsa na re sebetsa ho kae hobane mona ga bana ho sebetsa monna wa lekgowa ya ila nga ngola ka letsola e ka 2018 hore hana section 11 re tloela hona re bua ka ena dipampiring re tloela hona re ntse re bua ka ena di radioong o ntsa e batla o tla e fumana jwale ntheno ke bona ena itjella pele ka mosebetsi gona re bona sethunya ga ba bulete ke bona batho ba ntshuwa mahlo ho etsuwa mehlolo ho ntso motho a motsho ka polelo ya ha bitse ena o tla tleka ntho engwe le engwe ntshonyana e bona ka duma dithota ntwana ya phethahala ho re thusa ka eng hore re nne re bokane mo ebe monna elo yena wa bo stadia ena o ntsa thotha mobu motse ya re le bosiu ha bua o gona le mmaene wa hae o hokae o maena o fella kae o thunya motho hohle koloi di lata mobu hohle di lo sebeletsa mane mo ene le mmaene wa dibere ha o bua o ntso thwe mmaene o fumana batho ba bangata ba qopetsa mmuso ba shebeletse taba ena ke ba mmuso ke ba busi ba mmuso ka o fela di masepala ke sepolesa ka o fela o shebeletse kgwalena le itshebeletsang ka apartheid e felletseng o entse foro ka mono ma re o tla diela ditshene hona teng ntwana ya moeleile ha o no o thuke na kwana o lockdown ho no dutse fatshe ke motlane ya sepolesa monna ne ana o tsela pele ka sethunya ka mane o ntsa tsheka ka khofu ma ilo diela ditshene hona teng tabena ya re etsetsa letho ha ya itswa le ha o itswella pele re lwanne haholo hore o bona le puso le setjhabeng ile puso ya motho a le mosou ka pana motho le motho ntwe re thusa ka eng ya hore re nne re tlo bouta motho a no teta mobu o tla ka botswenene gona monna ona o kala ka e fella ka ba o ntso re maeno a hao na gona ka o fela maeno a hao ke neng re tla ke go tlo shajwa gona lona batho di a disela maene le bolelwang le sebetsa kae le tla sa khatello ha kae ha ho etsetswa ga nna sebetse ho itswa batlani wa di cooperative ha re di batlile ba busi ba mona ba re etsang after fitil wa committee ya teng kaofela go sa le thore tse ba itjella tjotjo hantle e le hore ha o sena tjhelete o ka se sebetse taba ena e tla ke engwe le ka maotoneng ke ne re tla ke re tloetsetswa potso gona le sebetsa jwang ho etsalang ka no Frank Cape ka mo hobane ntraka tse di nyolosa ditheo sa fela ho ntso thwe maena kae maena wa hae ko feng he re sa le seboko ha mmuso o go phamise dieta ho go bona ha le go apartheid e fedile ha o sena tjhelete mona o se le kgwa ha ona mo ya Jwale ka lebaka lena nna ke rata go tabena ke le shebe mona go fouta kgetlo ba gago ke a kgolwa re ntse re re 25 e tswele pele ha e re tswele molemo.
Re a leboha ntate.
Thank you, Chairperson, and a panel of dignitaries. My name is Tepo Morris, and I am on behalf of Leratong Youth Organization in Lerato Park. Chairperson, I'm in support of the notion for land expropriation without compensation. However, though, it seems like the procedures have been repeated, if you know what I'm saying, because people have been talking about land expropriation without no compensation. And today is a clear indication because all black people here are in support of the notion. And the minority that was here, who defended against the notion, we have left now. It's a clear indication. If we keep on talking as if land is going to be handed over a table, and it was not taken over a table, it's going to be a long procedure. Years are going to come and go, and we're going to still be speaking. All we say is we support the notion, let government come with the remedies, and let this thing be implemented. Thank you.
Dumelang bagolo. Leina la me ke le tlhogolo tshuleditswe. Ke tswa ko
Sorry, me, una le sticker. Dulela ka ntlheng.
Thank you bagolo. Leina la me ke le tlhogolo tshuleditswe ke tswa ko Majeng. Mo tlase ga masepala wa Magareng local municipality, Magareng local municipality. Ke supporta lena ntlha e thata ya gore lehatsi le tsewe ko ntleng ga go duelwa ka gonne le batho ba ba le tshotseng lehatsi le gore ba le ouna ka nako e ha ile gore go thata a le bone ba re bontshe gore lehatsi le ba le rekile mo go mang because le bone ga ba le reka ba le tshotse mo ba go luma rona ka tlhobolo ka nako tse tsa bogologolo modula stilo ko nna ke tswang teng ko ke tshelang gone gore yana le nna ga ke na lehatsi le ke tshelang go lona ke lehatsi la CPA rena gona le ntwe re lwanang e tonna kwa lehatsi le ba se le ntshitswe ka 2002 ba ke sa bui maka le ne wa beng ba lehatsi la bona jana rena le ntwe e tonna kwa gona le batho ba ileng gore ga se di beneficiary gona batho ba ne di beneficiary re lwantswa ke ntlha ya gore lehatsi lehatsi nna ka ke bua yana ga ke na lehatsi ko ke ditsweng teng ke dutsela a go dimo ga ke itse ke tla go dimo ga eng ka gore ba ba lehatsi nako le nako ba etsa bang khopotsa gore ke itse gore lehatsi le ke dula mo go lona ga ise lehatsi la me jana ke nagana ha puso e ka tsa lehatsi mo makgweng ba ile gore ke bona ba tshwere lehatsi gore yana ra newa lehatsi le rona gore le rona re kgone go nna lehatsi ntwa e teng ko Majeng ga ntse e tlhola e nna teng itse tshepese go ke dulang teng ke re ga gona motlakase ga gona metsi gore ha re bua ka di-basic needs do tse wa rona re di utlwalla hela democracy e go buang ka yone gompieno jaana rona re le baagi ba buang ko Majeng re utlwela go bua ka mo di-radiong le mo di-TV re sheba TV nako nngwe ha re tšhaketse di-family tsa rona ba ba leng gore ba ko makeišeneng kwa re itlha re bona TV re retsa di-radio ko re dulang teng go thatanyana go maswe re tlhoka lehatsi le rona ke ntwa e tonna ko re nnang gone re na le 10,000 hectares mara o ka tla go sheba makgwa a re dulang gautshwane le bone ha le nkela lekgwa a na le polasi tse 30 a le esi ko re dulang gone chairperson go na le batho ba ba ne ba mahatsi batho ba rona ba bantsho mara yana mahatsi a rona a re a neang batho ba rona ba bantsho ka re bana ka go sheba gore ke mang ha ile tsala ya me re mona le hatsi and go na le batho ba ntsi ba ne le mahatsi gautshwane le rona hale mahatsi a ba palela go a lema ka gore ke batho ba leng gore ga bana kitso jana re ha puso e tsa mahatsi mo maburung lo gape ha lo rena mahatsi lo dire sie ka re gore motho yo lo monang lehatsi ke motho o na le kitso ya gore a ka lema a ka dirisa lehatsi le wa sentle ke a leboga
down low. Dito umbere wambanga rwambere wanga rwa Chivenda ngore chikuwati chidibi. Ndimo Venda ndo rali na majina anga ngabudalo. Ndichilo Martin na Chitungulani. Ngabudzuro dijulapa Samaria. Ungarende na mingwami na hayi ungari na mingwami na ndipano. Ndiko julapa Samaria bayamanga section 25. Zinji ndingari choamba ngahazo dichombela bononganne bodiwana boda Samaria bori bodoshuma ono mushumo une bangwe ba o bitsa gore ndi makarapane bangwe ba o bitsa gore ndi zamazama ndi mushumo wo re bvisaho mashango nga mashango o fhambafhambana naho ri tshi ri ḓo shavhisa ndala miḓini yashu ro dzula na fhano ri no ṱangana na dziṅwe dza dziproblem na mathada ngori muthu ndi muthu nga mathada na dziproblem anga vha nne ndi tshi bveledzisa problem ndi amba inonga yanga ine nda zwila ndi mudzulapo wa fhano Kimberly after 4 years bamfarelwa manga chikhuwa timukhuwa heyo 4 years ndo dzula fhano Kimberly ndikuhumbula ndi humela hayani ngori ri khou fa ri khou lovha hafha ri khou thuntshiwa zwa zwino ri khou lwala ri khou nyaga u ya hayani a ri ngo tsha fhano ra shuma as a permanent workers zwa zwino ri khou lwala ri nyaga u ya hayani ro dzizama na enei vha ri ndi ya uri u sa koni u diitela ri ḓo upha ule ndo gidima ha government hoṱhe dziofisini ndi tshi ḓisa basa ndo balelwa u thusalea ndo ḓi dzhena na kha SASSA nda nda balelwa u thusalea na nazwo ndi nyaga na social worker ndi ri maybe ra ka ba social worker ha o ka tshwara paiditse ntlhomola ka nkalamisa o tla ra o fitlha ko a magogo ka thola sa phela o tla o kalamisa morao ba le ka ba phone a ke na yona hore mohlomong ka re ke mo ke palelwa gore ke eme ke tle mara ke a o tseba ko ore ke Samaria ke a tseba a ke emelle Samaria ba bangata ba Samaria ba tshwanang le nna mohlomong ba bangwe ba ka palelwa ho ya pele ka ho se be le ntho e nna ke nang le yona e ba e bitsang ID e nka thusaleyang 3 opo e le nna ne nka e thola ha nka e kgola habedi ka kalama ka ya hae le ntshwareleng batho ba baholo mabitso a ka ke se ke a bui ke kopa thuso ho lona hobane nka siya Limpopo ka maoto. Thank you.
The chairperson has taken a temporary leave due to uncontrollable call from outside. I will be in charge from here going forward. No vacuum. My name is Ronnie. My surname is Kimuratsela. Okatwela Pilentat.
Dumelang baetapele. Lebitso la ka ke nna Andreas Motheo Jeremia. Go hlaha hona mona Kimberly sebakeng sane sa Samaria sa. Ke ntse ke le hona monono tlasa dimainenyana tse nyenyana tsenana mo ntse re karakara teng re bitswa bo makarapane ntate o na bua nnete ana feta re na le bothata ba lefatshe re batla lefatshe lena la rona le kgutlele matsong a rona ho ko sebediswa section 25 e hlile hantle le nna ke eme ka yona ke eme le yona haholo gobane re a bona ga sotleya ene lefatshe la rona le ntse le le bathong bana ba basweu bana so hape ke ne ke kopa hore lefatshe lena le kgutlele ho rona beng ba lona hobane batho bana ba basweu bana e hlile ba re hatelletse ka thata ntate a neng a bua pele mo ha ne a re lefatshe ke la rona batho ba batsho empa sohle kaofela tsa lona di ntse di le bathong ba basweu le gona ga e bona ntho eno ho neneng ge lwana jwale he ge kgathetse government e ke e shebe hantle go gona bophelo ba gona na bo tswela pele jwang gore re pele ha ge le tjenana re siile malapa ha e kwa ha so re kaofela ga batho ba mona Kimberly mo nna ke tswa kwana Qibing Vepena re kwa ke ntse ke batla bophelo hore ke tle mo ke ba le a hutswa le nna ha ke batle bana ba ka ba hole ba utswa ha ke batle bana ba ka ba felle tronkong hobane le nna ke le tjenana ha ke tsebe tronko empa ke hotse ka thata jwale ha ile hona jwale tje ka nnete ke ema le hore molao wa section 25 o sebetse lefatshe le boele matsohong a batho ba batsho ka ntle ho patala ke tla leboa fever ANC fever.
Okay, Ria Leboa. Next speaker.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the land issue is really an issue that we, as a black government, we must be ashamed of.
Lebitso la gago.
Ke nna Vusi rapport. I reiterate, the land issue is something that which 26 years into our democracy still be puffing about. We must be ashamed. And this points out to our government. In fact, as I'm talking, I'm developing a question, which is there any evidence that before the white man came and took off our land, we could not manage our own land? Is there any evidence historically? So we want to produce food for ourselves. We want to produce minerals for ourselves. We do not want to be shown how to eat the fish, but now how to catch it. I'm saying this. We're informed that it's a second sort of session of this particular nature. Are we a talk shop here? When are we going to stop talking? Does it make sense that statistically, people who happen to be white in terms of in color had more than 26 years in a democratic state? I know that which I am saying now. Everybody knows it here. Government knows it. Everybody knows it. But we just simply cannot show progress except for, and I'm going to be explicit, ANC elites that own land because they've got money and they've got advantage. Poor people, ordinary people, even indigenous people of the land are still homeless. Like I said, I'm Vusi, rapporteur from the EFF. Amandla.
Ria Leboga, Re Rapporto. The next speaker. About cleanele, arinya ke transfer ya malwetši.
A ke re la mathomo ke re ke dumedise tafole e kgolo ya Parlamente ke latela ya masepala le yona ke dumedise ke re kgotso e be le lena ke be ke boela gape ko ba botlhe ba minerale le bona re rialo re ga ba le teng fa le bona ba dumele ba botlhe ga mmogo le phetogo yotlhe le mo ba tseno fa re ra e dumedisa nna ke nna Samuel Motene Jolaka bana ba tsho ke nnete le nna ke o mongwe wa Kimberly mo ke ngwana wa South Africa. Kimberly and South Africa ke ntho e le nngwe re mo South Africa ha re le mo sello se se lwang ke bana ba re tlang ka ba re le mfa ga tseno le nna re ntse re le kana ra sella ka gore tlala ga ena mogolo ga ena monyenyana se se salang gore re utlwa botlhoko ga re lebelela parlamente ya rena e itse mathata go tloga botelle morago ka bo Re Mandela
ga ba tlhaga ditoronkong ka ntlha ya botshelo wa lefatshe lona le la bo bona ga le tsamaile fela le tsamaile ka mokgwa o leng ka teng le bana ba rona ka jeno ba sokola mo go lona ka jeno le rena re a sokola ka jeno mo go lona re re government a rena ka eme ka maoto e re thuse e se ke a re phoromisa fela ka gore rao e re tla dira ka mokgwa o rileng e sa tse dira ga re tloga re phatlalela e be e thola e re tu ga se la ntlha re lefa ne re lefa mo kgweding tse di kwa morago tsela ne re le mo go ntse re lela ka mokgwa o le mongwe wa puo ya South Africa lefatshe come back se se salang gore lefatshe la itse lona bagolo ba rona la itse lefatshe le gore lefatshe la borona le tsamaile ka seopo ma ga rena unity ga rena kopano rona batho botlhe mo polelong ya gore lefatshe la rona le boele mo rona ka botlalo banna ba ba so ba tsere lefatshe la rona ka tuma ka kopalano yotlhe ya yenrag magmag banna so pa se le sengwe le rona ga re dine so pa se le sengwe ga mmogo lona ditlhogo tsa rena tse re bileng kwa pele gore le thuse ra le kopa ka tje re please a bua le se ka nna puo fela ka molomo ka gore ke puo a nne puo ya tiragatso ya ka le bua le mopampiri mo le bua le re tlamelelo ya ba lefatshe la bona le tshwantse e boele back ka le bua lefatshe ra sokola re mo plekeng ke le kwa ile ya minerali ka mo Samaria ka mo re ntse re le bagolo ba kana re ntse re rata botshelo le re ka mo Samaria ka mo re ra batla taamane e se le tsema go ntse mo go rona ba e tseola mo pela bona le nna ra e batla ka jeno ra promisiwa gore ta fiwa pela ka go re berekele mo yona ga re e bone ga re e fiwe ra e kopa ka jeno mo parlamenteng e kgolo ge parlamente ya Kimberly palolwa ke mabaka tlhori teng e leng parlamente e kgolo ya rona e kgolo e tshwereng e bana ba ile bana ba yona ba tshwantse ba tlo ba thusa gore batho ba re fetumello re kgone go bereka bana ba modimo kgone go ja bana ba rona ba kgone tsa ka moka ga bona
the last speaker I will also be handing over to the owner of the chair, Professor Matule Motseka. Thank you very much. Thank you, Prof.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I've been listening attentively there and very quietly. So it looks like we are still living in our forefathers' footsteps. Even though we are still struggling, even though we are no longer in possession of our land. There are certain things that we have seen growing up, but those things are not being told. But I'm still saying, even today, we are still living in our forefathers' footsteps. So we are going to die with nothing. Even our forefathers died with nothing. Even today, we are still struggling to get that land. But even now, there are no compensation to say we are going to retain that land and giving back to those who owns the land. The whites are always majority to us. Even though you see a white guy, you must run. He's superior than you. That is not a competition. You must run. And he is the one that is going to say, I am superior than you, even though your children will always grow up knowing that Mr. What is always going to be superior than you because he is supporting us. Even though today we are lacking minerals, today we are lacking vitamins in our bodies. Even though we don't have that piece of land to say, I'm going to plant. How many white guys have gardens in their yards? Even today, we are sitting there saying, I'm going to put my small shack there, even though you don't have a space to plant your garden in order to support your vitamins to survive in life. You must supposed to survive in life, but I am assured. I've been working artisanal miner for 9 years with the red certificate of engineering and related design. Even today, I'm still working. I'm not saying I'm not going to support the amendments, but what must be done? Do we have to be financially strong in our pockets in order to get land? Or do we have to struggle or fight for that land? What must be done, even though the amendment is there to help us? Should we struggle even further, our children and children who are coming, even though us, the future generation that is coming, growing up, is going to live the way we live today? Will they live like that?
You are still young. We want you to live longer and work. So don't talk about that. We will solve the problem.
Okay.
Next. Only people with stickers and, okay. Yeah. It doesn't have a sticker. Oh, okay. You can come this side, young fellow. Wait. Yeah. Sorry. People who have stickers who are on this side want to finish and come to this side. And then we'll give you stickers, and then you will have the right to speak.
Moet ek maar voortgaan?
Okay. Only two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they don't have stickers. They have stickers. Huh? Stickers to speak. They have? Yeah. Okay. I'm told there are 5 people this side who have stickers. So as soon as they have spoken, we are going to come this side and give you stickers so that you can speak. Okay. Proceed. 3 minutes rule applies, and introduce yourself.
Okay.
We are here for you. We have time. We are not in a hurry.
Okay. Goedemiddag meneer die voorzitter en al die stoelen wat volg en allemaal wat onder hierdie dak is. My naam is Henry van Rooyen, woonagtig in Kimberly. Hiermee verklaar ek dat ek ondersteun die amendment van seksie 25 dat die land moet teruggevat word sonder vergoeding. Die land moet behoort aan die stad en die stad moet die land uit laat verhuur aan diegene wat belangstel om die land te gebruik. Met hierdie dien ek my submissie in. U sien, ons het geleer gedurende die loop van die tyd dat daar is van hierdie mense wat claim dat die land hulle is. Maar by einde van die dag om bewysstukke op die tafel neer te sit om te bewys dat die land sy land is, versy my om dit te doen. Daarvoor sê ek dat die land moet teruggevat word so gou as moontlik, want hierdie mense mors ons tyd, ons die land gebruik. Daar is minerale en dit is 'n groot skande vir Solplaatjie munisipaliteit om vir ons te sê dat hulle own 3% van die land hier in Noord-Kaap. Die rest van die land behoort aan die blankes. En dit is onaanvaarbaar, want hierdie minerale wat hulle myn vandag in onze provinsie in gate hier in Kimberly los, oral in die Noord-Kaap moet einde kry. Dit moet stop, en as hulle dit nie kan stop nie, dan sal ons as gemeenskappe opstaan en verseker dat ons bate regverdig uit hierdie minerale uit van onze provinsie. Baie dankie.
Jy praat vlot Afrikaans, baie dankie.
Dankie.
Next.
Naka lebitso ke nna Voisile Madebe. Le nna I hereby declare I support the amendment of Section 25 Constitution to expropriate of land without compensation. Ke ka mokgwa e etseng ka teng, ntle le lehatshe ga gona sepe seo ka se itlhelang. Ntle le lehatshe botshelo ga nkitla bonna teng. Ka lebaka la goreng bagolo ba rona hang ba golang ba rra ba reng ha o sena lehatshe o itse gore ga o na mata ape.
ke nnete re buile nako e telele mme gone anong re tlhoka gore puso e tle e diragatse mme go diragatsa ke go naganela rona re le batho ba bantsho ka gore re tla go sheba ko morago re lebella dijara tsa rona tse borra ba rona ba godileng ka tsone re tla go sheba tse rona re le mo go tsone tšhotlego e ba tswang mo go yone le tšhotlego e rona re le mo go yone re be re ipotsa dipotso gore rona bana ba rona a nna le bone go ya ko pele a ba go tshela ka mokgwa o ntseng yalo ke nnete le a se ra lo tlhoka rona re le maAfrika Borwa re le batho bantsho mme yana le a se gone anong gore o le krei gona le melao e wa go e balelwang e bile bo bolalla gore le a se le ene la gamang mme le nna jaaka ke le modiri as a small scale mining worker re tlhoka le hatsi re le batho ba bantsho mo Northern Cape ka lebaka la gore mo mahatsi mo leng teng ke mo botshelo bo leng teng ha o tla go sheba ga gona sepe se wa go sitlelang ntle le ikonomi mara ano gore o nne le ikonomi o tshwantse o nne le lehatsi ka lebaka la goreng ha lehatsi le seo botshelo ga nkitla bo tswella ko pele rano re le rona re le di small scale artisanal miners in Northern Cape re lebeletse ibile re shebile gore seo re se dirang ke se sa gore tswela mosola le bana ba rona sa go ba tswela mosola le boka mosola bana ba rona ba go ba tswela mosola mahatsi a teng mara bothata ba masiko goreng gongwe gongwe mo go tsenang teng wa go itlela bote gore a re no entry this is an own property rona re le batho ba ntsho le rona re shebile jalo gore ka moso ha le nna ke tsamaya ngwana ke le nna ke motlogelle sengwe mme ke se ka go motlogelang shone ka re sengwe le sengwe ke nnete se matsogong a batho ba shweu mme batho ba shweu ba go bolla ka ledi gore ba ntshitse ledi gore lehatsi leno le ba le grey marano rona re le batho ba ntsho gore ledi leno le re a go le tsaya jang gore lehatsi le re gone go ka le grey re kopa mo pushong gore le rona e tle re nolofaletse ka baka la gore ga re nang gore le rona re hatsi gore le gone go ka le grey re na le bomme re na le basadi mme ke batho ba ba sa berekeng mme bone ke bone ba ile gore ba godisa malapa ha o tla go sheba sentle ha o ya kontle go na le di farmers bomme ba ba ipupileng ba ba na leng masimu ba tshedisa malapa bone ke se le rona re se tlhoka mme rona ga re kgone go ka se itlhella re a kopa le mo Northern Cape ke le molatedi wa EFF gore re kopa lehatsi ntle le ledi
Goedemiddag, Mr. Chair en die cabinet. Dit is weer 'n voorreg. Ek is Harris Clement Witboy. My probleem is net dat ek gaan na die voorouers. My voorouers het gebly op Bensfontein. Dis op die grens van Noord-Kaap en Vrystaat. My oupa is gebore in 1906 op Bensfontein. Het hy gaan bly. So het hulle groot geraak en hy het kinders gekry op Bensfontein. So my probleem is nou net dat na die sterf van my oupa is my pale afgeset van die land af. Toe word dit gesê hulle kan nie weer daar op Bensfontein bly nie. Hulle moet nou trek. De Beers het nou die land oorgevat Bensfontein. En huidiglik nou op de Beers is daar niemand wat daar bly nie. Daar is 'n hele klomp meer as 1000 voëls wat op Bensfontein is. Daar is minerale soos 'n soutpan op Bensfontein. So ek as die voorstander van die Witboys in die Noord-Kaap wil graag weet, wat kan ons maak om ons veronteening van die land terug te kan kry? Hoe kan ons maak om weer terug te gee aan ons voorouers? Van daar op Bensfontein is daar grafte van verskillende families wat daar lê. My oupa self is op die plaas van Bensfontein. Ons het 'n grafsteen daar gesit op Bensfontein vir my oupa. Ons het paar jaar het ons aansoek gedoen by die Land Reform hier in Kimberly. Hulle het vir ons gesê hulle gaan weer terugkom na ons. Hulle het nooit teruggekom na ons. Ons het weer aansoek gedoen toe ons weer gaan probeer. Toe sê hulle vir hulle tydelik is Land Reform gesluit en tot nou toe ons hande is afgekap. Ons probeer vir die Beers in die hande kry. Hulle bly ons stuur na Joburg, Pretoria toe. Ons sukkel as die Witboy familie om ons te help. So ek wil graag vra dat die kabinet terugkyk na ons as die Witboy familie. Van ons ouers, ons voorouers het gewoon op Bensfontein en nou is hulle onwettig verzet. So ek wil net graag vra, kyk hoe ons dit sal terugkry. Dankie. Ek het ook die bewyse, ek kan dit terug.
Bewyse kry, ja. Gee vir ons. Baie dankie. Maar jy moet 'n swart boy wees.
Mbagolo, o buang ha ke boipelo ga o re go tswa ko masepaleng wa Francis Barta ko Majeng village. Mochairman ke tle go lela. Hela ka president a rile ka January rile a le mo a rile re sale re bankanya. Ke santse ke lela gape ka batho ba rona ba bantsho. Ba ba palelwang ke gore le rona re tshele mo democracy e ntšhae le rona re bone. Go ko Majeng di beneficiary ga di dule le rona ko Majeng. Rona di resident re dutse kwa re ba thusa ba claima lehatshe. Ba le krile treg no yana rona tshwantsene masepala re ne di services. E tshwantsana ba latele ko North West a go ba kopa gore a re ne di services. Rona tshwantsene re utlwa ka bone. Ha gona le di benefits tse di tswang ko rural development ke gone re ba bonang ba tsena ka Majeng. Ba tla go tsa di benefits tsa bone ba boa gape batho ba tsamaya. Ba re dudisitse kwa le dikgomo tsa bone le dinku tsa bone. Rona e tshwantse re dise dio tsa bone le lehatshe la bone. Ba dutse kwa makgwa ba lele ka batho mo diplotong. Ha ba tsena ko Majeng ba tshwantse ba dula. Gape batho ba bantsho ke bone ba tlang go ba leleka gape ba tla gore leleka ba re bolela gore lehatshe ke la bone. Rona ga rena sei. Re go bua ka re le ma South Africa rotle. Thank you.
I want to understand what you mean. Are you saying people from somewhere else own land here and you are here, you don't have land here? Did you write something there?
Where?
No,
Here?
but,
No.
Hey, yeah. Ngwala mabitso a hao o ba fe mo will follow up. It's a complicated but disturbing story.
Molweni, ndiyabulisa kuwo wonke umuntu lapha ngokulinganayo. Igama lami ndingisithandile Sibango. Ndingumhlali walapha eKimberly, ndihlala ePutanang. Ndililungu le-EFF. Andizibamde, mna endifuna ukuthetha ukuba ndiyalixhasa icandelo 25 lomgaqo siseko lokuba makubuyiselwe umhlaba kubanikazi balo ngaphandle kwembuyekezo. Isizathu salonto ukuba ndithethe kanjalo. Ndilulutsha ndiphuma ezilalini eEastern Cape eMqanduli. Apho siphila ngokuba silime umbona nekhapheshu nezipinashi ukuze sikwazi ukuphila nathi. Kodwa ndithe xa ndifika apha ndize apha ngomsebenzi ndizofuna umsebenzi. Ndiye ndasokola kakhulu ufumana umsebenzi. Xa ndijonga umhlaba ongasetyenziswanga ngabantu umninzi. Xa ndoyika ulima ngoba ndiyayazi if ndasebenzisa lo mhlaba kuzofika abantu abazozowuthatha ngendlela engekho ntle bawucuthe bandicuthele izifuno zam endizityalileyo pha. Ndiyabulela.
Come.
Sanbonani dumelang absheni hello dumelang bagolo ba me botlhe ba mo South Africa ke Thapelo Malalo buang from Jan Kempdorp mara no yana ka tulo ke dula ko Samaria ke bereka mpu bagolo ke kopa go tsenya tsitsinyo hela ka sengwe se sa itsegeng ka tulo e re dulang ka one ya Samaria bagolo ga se gore ke bua ke batla go bua makgaga gore sa me ke re ke ba go bua nnete 18 straight ke tobe. Bagolo re kopa re le thuseng jaaka le government ya rona ke dumela tsona le sengwe se le batla go thusa ka sone go ntse jalo go tshwantse re kriele hatshe la rona treg rona batho ba bantsi no yana ra sokola re shebeng re yang bagolo ha o ka tswa hino yana chair o ya ko Samaria ha gona le toilet 1 e le goreng ke ya sanitation batho botlhe ba rona ba Samaria ba ithumela mo sekgweng ene so ke selo se sa siamang thata mo setšhabeng se sa rona ra go eletsa ra fektegile bagolo gapo kgang ke kgang ya gore ka Samaria bagolo on circle baya taemane ga mbu ga ntse taemane intsha masae bagolo re kopa le hatse as a belief tswe dintšwe ka tswetswe tutle lo sala gore dira nyana bagolo ba rona ba voutile bagono ba rona ba lwanile re kopa le re neng se leng sa rona treg mo ontsa hana re khone go ipereka re lo sele go bolawa ke tlala re batla godisa bana ba rona thank you
My sister ubuile and ke buile le maloko a parliament hore if you have additional information we kwale we fe bontate ba dutseng ka mona because I promised this other people this side or ke tla ba fa tšhono because ne re tshwantse re qete ka 2 o'clock but I have to keep my promise and treat them equal to all of you. So we're going to take hands this side and give them stickers. They must get an equal opportunity as well. Give them stickers. There are other hands in front here. Yeah, all the hands that are up, give them stickers. Okay. Now is your turn. Is the 3 minutes rule. Then you can start. Yeah. Let them clean the mic for you. You are still young. We need you to be safe.
Good day. My name is Godfrey Mutlanke. I'm a resident of Kimberly in Khalishiwe. I, Godfrey Mutlanke, I hereby support and declare the amendment of Section 25 of the Constitution to allow for expropriation of land without compensation. This amendment is crucial for decolonization of our society, for guaranteeing redress for colonial and apartheid land dispossession, and for ensuring equitable redistribution of land in South Africa. I submit that the amendment of Section 25 of the Constitution must look as follows. On property, the state, including Parliament, the executive, and the judiciary should carry an obligation to redress imbalances of the past through enactment of laws that will achieve redress and equitably redistribute all resources. Property may be expropriated without compensation only in terms of a law of general application or a public purpose or in public interest. I further support that Section 3 must be removed and be replaced with the state should be the custodian of all South Africa's natural resources, inclusive of land, mineral resources, and water, and relevant legislation should be passed to ensure and clearly define and contextualize state custodianship of natural resources. I further declare that Section 7 should be removed. Reason being, no provision of this section may impede the state from taking legislative and other measures to achieve land, water, and related reform in order to redress the results of past racial discrimination, provided any departure from the provisions of this section is in accordance with the provisions of section 36, subsection 1. Second point is that Parliament must also enact the legislation referred to in subsection 6. I further declare that on the removal of section 3, for the purpose of this section, the public interest includes the nation's commitment to land reform and to reforms to bring about equitable access to all South Africa's natural resources and property is not limited to land. Why must section 25 of the Constitution be amended to allow for expropriation of land without compensation? Land is dignity. Without land, we cannot clearly claim that indeed we are Africans. I quote Thabo Mbeki, "I'm an African. I owe my being to the hills of the Drakensberg." Primarily, Drakensberg Mountains claims land. It means that for him to say that thing, he clearly shows that without land, you couldn't, if we didn't have land, you couldn't have said, "I owe my being." So up until section 25 of the Constitution is amended for land expropriation without compensation, then we can clearly say we are Africans. Thank you.
Good day to all leaders, Commissioner of the hearing. My name is Weletemba Meglion Makala. Born here in Kimberly as a South African citizen. Yeah, my problem comes from the mines, the land at the mines. I have a problem with the land at the mines because I used to work for a mine last year. And my problem came in accordance that white people own the land at the mines. So we have houses there. So during the elections of 2019, the national elections, I was evicted because of my affiliations of AMCU and EFF, because I'm an active member. So in that regard, I was targeted by the unions, like the NAM union, and I was targeted by white people, I was targeted by everyone. So in the issue of land, I was evicted because they say the land is theirs. Meanwhile, I want to understand that if we want the land, can the government please make provision for all of us to be equally treated on these lands, because no one came here with the land. Let the government be the custodian of the land, and so that it must be shared to everyone equally. So I'm asking to you, you are sent here, you have been sent here for us. So we are asking with dignity, how long will it take for us to reclaim back this land of ours? Because the people who have the authorities, the people who have money. So our government was being sidelined and blindsided, because when they were given money, they thought that they will still have the land because they gave up the land. So I'm asking to you, Commissioner, can you please check for us? Because at especially Black Rock, that's where the manganese mines are. Those lands, I claim to be, they are our lands, and the people who are supposed to benefit from those mining sectors are not even benefiting nothing. If you can go and check how people are living there, there are still people who are living in pit toilets. The mines are not putting enough to make those communities better. Every time when those communities are making a strike, going there and say, no, we want to see proper health care, we want to see all those things. The same government, municipalities there, they are not acting on their promises. What they do, they just take money and they say, no, the trust fund for the communities will help those communities. How is that the money come from the mine going straight to those trust funds, whereby they are not serving our people well? Especially when you come, you are vocal, they come and victimize you. They try by all means. Now I'm unemployed because I'm standing with those communities, because I can see how they are struggling. I can feel their anger.
the name of that place? Is that a
It's Black Rock, it's Ward 4, Joe Morolong. Yes, Joe Morolong, there's the municipality, it's a sub-region
Okay,
in Ward 4.
okay, we'll note that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank
And
you.
there are, yes,
Yeah, your time is up, but
It's
you-
up.
Yes, but you were very clear.
I was very clear.
Yeah, you are.
Thank you,
Well,
Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Enjoy your day.
But
Bye.
I'm not the commissioner, otherwise I'll get into trouble.
Dumelang bagolo, ke Sebongile Chawe go tswa Ward 11 Regional Branch Secretary of 11, residential member of Tony Malope Settlements. Bagolo, what I want to bring to your attention is that our land can be unoccupied for more than 30 years. But immediately, re tsa lehatshe ko ntle ga go le patalela, re tla be re utla lehatshe lewa le na le batho ba teng. Solplaiki e busy e destroya lehatshe la rona, e destroya batho ba rona. Se se diragalang nou, go na le the blacks, ba ba very selfish, owning a lot of piece of lands. So whenever go na le di-settlement tse di developiwang, suddenly the very same person owning 10 pieces of lands for business again wa appeara goa. So I strongly support this thing ya land expropriation without compensation. Ke re mo bagolong ba rona re batjha, re unemployed, and at the very same time re tlhoka madulo. We all know gore matlo a rona ke matlo a di family. So re dula re le 10 mo tlung, and every time go na le o ka gorang a re tswa, as my ma says. So re kopa bathong ka tswetswe ke ba boikokobetso, ke kopa lo re neng lehatshe re kgone go na le madulo, re kgone go i-provide ka dijo gore re kgone go na le mebereko. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, do you have something written? Oh, okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for this day, for this moment, to address the people of the Northern Cape about the land issues, the land reform, the Security Tenure Act, the distribution of land. Firstly, I greet the Honorable Chairperson and his cabinet with revolutionary greetings. Firstly, this submission I made this submission in 2018. I'm Rudy Kruger from Richie, Ward 27. And I'm here to address the inequalities of the land distribution here in South Africa. Yes, we support the bill of Section 25, the distribution of land without compensation. And my question is, those people, they want compensation. They must tell us where they get the land from so that we can also go there. I think the government failed us in South Africa because the land issues and land reform was supposed to be tabled 1993 in CODESA 1 and CODESA 2. Now we sit with a time bomb. Food security will not be a problem because we have agricultural students, we learn how to farm and how to work with soil. In order for us here in South Africa, we want land. And this is a pressing issue for us as South African community because 65% of land here in the province belong to white people. And this is crucial. Mr. Chair, I want you to go back to Mr. Khalema Matlante and the High Panel. They visit here, the Northern Cape, 2018. We want land for economical reasons. In economical development, thus, we support this bill. And we want the government of us to listen to these people of South Africa because we need that land. We want that land productively. We want land to farm.
Thank you.
Order.
Your time is up, but why Khalema Motlanthe is our former president? The current president is Cyril Ramaphosa.
Okay, I understand, but he was a chairperson of the High Panel who visited Northern Cape.
Oh, okay. No,
He was the
thank you.
chairperson, that's why
Yeah.
we submit, we give him the submission.
Yeah, he has done a very good job. We have his report. Thank you. We will look at it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next.
Dumela chairperson le baba mo potapotileng ke dumedisa leadership ya rona ya EFF na ka lena ke nna ke amogetse Priscilla Koko ke dula gone mo Kimberly mo Woden Solplaiki. I'm a PR councillor here in Solplaiki municipality. Ke utlile le buru lengwe le bua le re masepala ena le mbu o mo ntsi. It's a pity ka gore le buru leo ga le ya hanana because mo masepala mo Kimberly we only own 3%, 99.7% owned by Pit Els, which means rona rotlhe mo Kimberly mo re wela ka tlase ga Pit Els. Nna ya ka ke le ke amogetse ke supporta section 25 gore e tsenya letso mo molaotheong wa rona wa South Africa. Ke be ke dumalana le gore a le hatshe le re boele rona batho bantsho gore le rona re kgone go tlhagisa se re nang le shone. Papa nna ke dula ko mokhukhung for 12 years now. O senang toilete, o senang metsi, o senang le haile sepe. Metsi a re nang lone ke a re a ikgogetseng ntle le molao ko strateng ra itsenyetsa mo dijareteng. Re lebogetse corona because re kgonne go kry-a di-toilet tse di serviciwang bakeng la corona. And mo re dulang teng ga gona le haile sepe se se shotang gore re ka kry-a di-services because re ha gare ga matlo go na le metlakase go na le di-pipe tsa metsi go na le di-switch tse re ka kgonang go direla di-connection. Some ya batho ba rona ba re dula le bone ba ntshitswe mo re dulang teng ba tseiwa ba isiwa ko Kanana mo Bible re utla go tekele ha tshela mashi le dinotshi. But ko rona batho ba rona ba isitsweng teng ba isitswe sekakeng. Ko e leng gore go tsena ga bone kwa bana bangwe ba ba dira grade R ba ile go tshwanela ke go tswa mo sekolong ka gore ba isitswe kgakala le dikolo. Ba ntshiwa ha gare ga dikereke, ha gare ga ditleliniki, ha gare ga dikhoto. Re ne re na le sengwe le sengwe mo re dula teng. Bana ba ileng Kanana bao ba tsena sekolo ha thoko ga matlo. Ba ntshitswe mo wa ba go beiwa ko nageng. Bangwe ba bone bana bao ba ile ba heletswa ba reipilwe mo tseleng go tswa kwa batla sekolong. Bangwe ba batsadi ba rona ba ba hudugile mo re ne re dula teng ba ba isitsweng ko nageng koa ba tseneletswe mo matlong ba reipiwa ba tseela dithuto mo matlong a bone ka gore ga gona district light, ga gona le haile sepe go setla and ga go promise le gore ba ka tsama ba kry-a di-services because ko ba leng teng ga gona le haile sepe. Masepala e tshwanetse go simolola hatse ke ka mo re emeng ha gompieno le rona re kopa gore le hatse le re boele ka baka la gore nagana gore ha re ka kry-a le hatse re tla kry-a better life. Ne re kopa gore di maikutlo a rona le dilelo tsa rona e ska ya nna hela ha ka gore le hanoga di goroge ko pushong gore re kgone go bona tswelelo pele le rona bana ba rona ba kgone go na le bokamoso. Ke a leboga.
My sister, hello. You say a certain Mr. Pete Els.
Yes, sir.
is owning the land in the city of Kimberly.
o owner Kimberly as a whole.
Pete Els is an individual who owns Kimberly.
The whole Kimberly indeed.
And you are a councillor.
I am a PR councillor of EFF in Solplaiki municipality.
And you live in an informal settlement.
We informal settlement, no ka di 30 tsa November. Ke ka be ke dira 12 years, ke dula ko ke dulang teng.
Do you know the history of that Pete Els? Una le information ya hae?
Ke na le yone, but disepiti ga ra e tshwara mo re leng teng.
Can you give that lawyer, our lawyers, that your information? We want to know who is Pete Els, who owns the whole of Kimberly and 97% of Kimberly.
Yes, sir.
Can you give our researchers that information?
Okay.
Dumelang bagolo. Yo buang ke Ntlamoreng ga bana motse from Masepala wa Magareng ko Warrantin. Bagolo le nna ke dumalatsana le molaotheo o tlo go tsena tirisong. Kgang ya ka ya mbu ko ntleng ga tefo ka re e tsenye tirisong ka lebaka la gore ke dula ko Warrantin bagolo. Ko Warrantin go na le mbu o montsi o le goreng re na le di-organization ko Warrantin tse le goreng di bereka ka bana ba ba senang batsadi, bana ba ba sokolang. Mare hela di-organization tse ga dina ditulo. E re ha re ya ko masepala wa rona o re bolla gore ga gona lehatshe le le lekaneng. Mare o re promisa gore re batle ditulo tse le gong ga gona mo go dirisiwang teng. Ha re ya ko masepala o re batle ditulo mo go dirisiwang teng. O re bolla ka Paul Berger. Go na le motho ke Paul Berger o owner Warrantin. Ga re kgone go kry-a di-mall ko Warrantin, ga re kgone go kry-a dilo tse di ntsi tse le goreng ha re sentse re shopping, re sentse re tsamaye 48 kilos or re tle mo Kimberley mo re patale. Mare re na le mbu o le goreng ko o teng o motona tona. Go na le plaka ene plakile last year since ka June go te go na le mall o tlo go agiwang le gompi jeno yana e sa le go epolotswe naga kwano kwa go belwe ditlhare di kgatile no nwana pleka teng ke yone e le goreng e targeta basadi ba golo ba le goreng ba tswa mo lekešane go a toropong bana ba bolawa mo nageng ya teng ke ka mo ke reng ke kopa parliament a rona e re thuse bagolo gore lehatshe le kgone go buela mo bangwe ba lone ka go re dialo ke kopa gape le kganki masepala wa rona ko Warrantin ke batla go itse go a sewa ke se se letleletsweng gore o ka rekisetsa di-organization 100 squares ka 20,000 ke dikereke ke di-organization pele ga re ka kry-a lehatshe go batliwa 20,000 e le gore re sentse re patale pele ga re ka kry-a lehatshe.
Dank u, meneer voorzitter. Ik zou metaal gaan praten, maar niemand kan metaal verstaan. Want ik is een van die kwesties die ik gewoon in Platfontein. Ik wil net 3 of 4 punten noemen. Zo. Onze plaats in Platfontein. Daar is rioolwater wat daarin gaat. Ons kan niet ons land ontwikkelen. Nie. Ons het baie keer op de municipaliteitskantoor gekomen om die rioolwater te aanmelden, maar daar was geen actie wat dit gedaan is nie, tot nu toe. Als ik weer terug ga naar Smisdrift toe, ons het in Smisdrift 1990 gebleven, tot 2003 toe vertrek ons naar Platfontein. Hoe zal ons maken om Smisdrift weer te kan krijgen? Want ons is nou hier zo en ons mensen is, baie van ons mensen is begraven in Smisdrift. In Douglas Sianguma municipality, zijn omgeving. En die andere ding is, onze taal wordt niet erkend in die scholen. En als ons matriculanten klaarmaken, dan wordt er niet werk gegeven in Platfontein. Ons sukkel baie. Al het jy verder gestudeer, maar jy gaan nie werk kry nie. En die ander ding is, hier by Home Affairs, as ons altyd kom, ons weet nie waar val ons aan in die categorie van die bevolkings nie. Ons word nie enige categorie ingeval nie. Ons word net gesê, as jy daarom inkom om 'n ID te kom maak, dan word jy net genoem, Tiko wat gesê, jy met 8 die ander oukie. Nou, ons het die volle reg in Suid-Afrika om dit teen te staan. Nou, onze regte in Platfontein word nie geërken nie. En as ek weer terug gaan na die erkenning van die tradisionele leiers, het ons baie tradisionele leiers by Platfontein wat nog nie geërken word nie as leiers op Platfontein. En ek wil hê die parlement moet dit toesien aan ons gemeenskap en Platfontein gemeenskap, die Groen en die Khoi gemeenskap. Ek is 'n deputy chairperson van Platfontein by CPA, Groen Khoi CPA. Baie dankie meneer voorsitter.
So what you are saying, there is forced removal to Kanana.
Yeah.
And children get raped and killed. No, we'll follow up. She's to. No, not him. No, your time is over. The councillor is saying there are people who are being removed to Canaan. Yeah, no, that's fine. We have your details. We'll follow up because that's a serious matter. We're saying women and children are being killed. They can't be killed because of our failure to address the question. So we'll follow it up.
Good afternoon. Chair, Nalina Laka. All right. I take my Afrikaans praat. Ek is Bonolo. My van is Mdengi. Ek is van Kimberly. Ek bly in Ou Greenpoint. 'n ou lokasie wat vergeet is. So ek voel ons stiefkinders in Greenpoint. Ek dink Greenpoint is die eerste lokasie in Kimberly. Ek stem saam met die grondwet wat nou gaan ingestel word. Wat gebeur in Greenpoint? Ons het 2 skole. Baie mense is van Greenpoint gevat van die first remove Khalishiwe toe. Toe ons oorgebly. Ons het 2 skole, 'n hoërskool en 'n laerskool. Ons het 'n graveyard, maar ons graveyard raak vol water. So as ons graf om te gaan begrawe, dan is daar water. Nou vat hulle begrawe ons mense in Rodepan, of in West End, of in Khalishiwe. En ons moet betaal om die mense daar te kry. Greenpoint het shanties. Die shanties is gebou. Die shanties staan van 1996 af. Die shanties het die toilets, daar's water. Die mense moet toilet toe gaan in die sloot in. En Greenpoint se mense, as ons kom by die siekte van TB. TB vat die oorhand in Greenpoint in, as gevolg van gesondheid. Ons sukkel baie in Greenpoint en ons is omring van Ekapa mine. Maar Ekapa mine het niks deel aan Greenpoint se mense nie. Ons is op singel van Transnet. Transnet doen die insaaf vir Greenpoint se mense nie. Die airport is daar. Die Army camp is naby Greenpoint. Dit is almost 10 minute om so intoe te gaan. Maar nie een van hulle doen insaaf vir Greenpoint nie. So ons as Greenpoint Kimberly mense, ons vra asseblief dat hierdie grondwet tot in werking kom. As ek dink as ons sing altyd elilizwi, lokhokho bethu, labantu abamnyama, maar dit gebeur nie. Baie dankie.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chair, my name is Dion Molusi from the EFF in Kimberly. Chair, it is so ironic that we as Black, we call ourselves the rightful owners of this land, yet we have nothing to show or to prove, not even a title deed to say that we own the land as Blacks of this country. So, Chair, as a concerned youth of this country, I stand up and I fully support the amendment of Section 25 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Thank you, Chairperson.
Greetings to the chair, along with this cabinet. My name is Neo Kandula. I'm residing in Kimberly. I hereby declare that I support the amendments of Section 25 of the Constitution to allow for expropriation of land without compensation. What I'm about to say is similar to what the fighter has just embarked on. I'm also residing there by Snake Park, that side. It seems like that side, it is still uncivilized. People are still using pits, toilets, and that is now, we're talking about the proper hygiene. There's no lights that side, it's still dark. There are mothers who have to travel around 5 o'clock, which is very dangerous for them. Learners have to travel from that side to Olympic, which is a distance, and they can even get raped along the way. So, Mr. Chair and his cabinet, along with the Parliament, can you please ensure that what we as the citizens of South Africa are crying for, they must come to pass, please. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and the leadership. My name is Mrs. Mazibuko Matamela, Patience. I reside in Kimberly, in Seoul City. I do really agree with the people who are talking about the bill to be amended. I'm a member of ANC, and I've got I'm in a business with the children. I agree that people should get their land back, but as an ANC, we just, sorry for that. Sorry. As an ANC, a submission on the Constitutional Act Amendment Bill 2019. The ANC supports appropriate of a land as a just and equitable process to restore the dignity of our people in addressing the land questions and expropriation of the land without compensation. Is a part of a process. We are convinced by evidence that the willing seller models did not work. For the ANC, the land reform is about redress historical injustice and dispossess of the Black majority. It is also a vital opportunity to unblock growth and promote social economic transformation. The ANC Land Reform Program provides a radical way to address the land question and build productive assets for our people and ensure food and security. Once I say food and security, we've got a problem with land. In Seoul City alone, we've got squatter camp. It's not only people from where. Seoul City in large. ANCs have got problems with the land. They've got problems we ANC, we've got a huge problem. We've got a squatter camp there, and they've been taken from there to there with no electricity. Right now I'm sitting, we are busy with the municipality so that they can take those people back where they belong, where they used to have, because right now there's an infrastructure. Why can't they be giving the service that they required? And then they have to be moved from there to another place where there's no services. And the bad thing is, and the really crucial thing, to take a child out of her place where there's electricity to be put in a place where there's no electricity, and a child that has a cerebral palsy, which is a disabled child, it's revolting with our people on the ground. Thank you.
Abagolo ba me nna ka sefane ke mosimane gape Montsho go tlhaga ko Khomotso village mare ke dula mo Samaria mo. Bagolo rena le bothata bo bo thata khale mo Samaria. Rena le bothata bo leng gore bo kotsi. Matshelo a rona ga monate. Ha re bolawa government ga re bona. Ha go votiwa government a re bona. Re bola le bone ba ga bekitsela bona maponisa nka supa mongwe wa bone. Ha re bolwa ga re bonwe ga go boniwi. Ga go boniwi. Nka ira bopaki ke bo ba re thuntshitse rona ba bangwe. Ga re bule hokoga a ke bule hokogati. Bora setšhabeng ke sa omang ke buswa ke go kwata ka re bolewa ke setšhaba re itshokolele ga rena toilete ga rena o dula mo plastiking ha pheo hoka ga o itse gore monna tša go lala ko go mme ga mpone monna o rapelela gore bo segela bosigo mara go tsoa go fouta gore na go tsoa go yo ko go rona enough is enough.
Dumelang bagolo. Lebitso la ka ke nna Molelekwa. Ke be ke dumedisa gape le leader ya rona ya EFF. I'm a member of EFF. Tlaseng ga section 25. Ke votelang. Ka gore ke gopola gore le ka 94 ha re ne re voteang. Re ntse re votetse re kopantse le lone le hatse. Mare gompieno yana ha ke tla go ela tlhoko ke sheba. Re santse re le hela go tloga ka kwa before bo 94 ga gona sepe se se changile ka gore le rona ka re ntse yana ke dula go beef master mare ke re ke na le masepala beef master o wela section ward 21 go go ga masepala re thusitswe hela ke yone COVID-19 gore e be le teng re kgone re kreye metsi le rona ga o tshwanyane jaaka ma Africa re nna mo sekgweng mo re dulang teng ga gona le high le strata dikoloi di teng di a tsamaya ga gona le high le nekis mare ga go bontshe le gore go dula batho go ra gore seo se nthaya gore re bo sutle ga re batho ebile ga re kgathalelwe gompieno yana mare ka nako ya di vote gone bonnete go a votiwa bagolo maitlhomo nkere re gateleleng kganye ya section 25 re berekele thata mo go yone ka lebaka la gore re a shotlega ga gona le mebereko mbuo re buang ka one ke yone dijo tsa rona ene o re tsa nako before re kreya sengwe le jelo gore rekisa gore rekise le jelo gore kgone re robele le bana gore ba je bagolo we ke itumelela gore le tswa ko parlamenteng ko officing e tona ke kopa le re thuseng seo se ka sa re tsa lebeke tse pedi a re helengela mo go 2-3 weeks e be re kreya report gore go teng ka section 25 ga ke re gore le press ke ra hela gore e tlisa melaetsa eo le go le re heditse mo le bidwa jononi le gana le ka mbuo o kampeletse go tla gona ko hela re pota ka le gate ke trespass re thuseng tlhe puso e re eteletseng pele re kopa thuso as a belief ke so se ke se kopang hela seo. Thank you bagolo.
That's why ko nkile ko strateng ka re kena. Thank you. Yeah, 2 minutes, eh? Right.
John Jan, ki dula mo leratong paka mo ntleng ba bitsang Jerusalem. And then I allocate le moa ke site ya development. And then what is embarrassing about that site, mo ke allocate le teng e gona le slot. It's only an inch to cross there. And then se se diragalang gona le bagolo ba ba ka di wheelchair on that side ba ba dulang teng mo. So we are expecting heavy rains. And then what was really embarrassing, Mr. Chair, a ke botsa hore toilet e dirisiwang batho ba ba dirisa toilet e ba nka etsa naga ba re ke big toilet. So I went there to the big toilet, and jaka ke fitla ko big toilet, it was so embarrassing go bona bagolo ba rona ba tshotse ba dutse mo. And then ba dula about 25 years mo ntleng eo. So I think the fundamental problem to be solved, because we have to find resolutions. Why are we not giving the state an opportunity to allocate this land? Because of that is why we say white monopoly capital. They own everything. You go to McDonald's, you go to the garages, government, I own next. Etium hand of the economy. That is why ons gaan suffer until ons gaan dood. Bagolo ba rona les arm dood. Ons moet arm dood gaan. As Jesus Christ dan gaan kry sag, laat ek swaar kry tot ek moet dood gaan. As Jesus Christ gaan kry sag, laat die white man moet survive altyd. Opportunities am net met hulle is. So ek vote for section 25 and then my droom voor ek dood gaan, nog almal ek dood gaan, to restore the dignity of an African child. Let the state an opportunity create om te die land kan allocate. Want whenever the state het 'n opportunity, daar is dit wat ons kan sê, gaan goed diragale kwa. Die state gaan voorsien om ons necessary tools te gee om te die land gaan werk. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Don't give up hope. Thank you very much. Don't give up hope. That's why we are here. And I think we have come to the end. You can take a seat.
Thank you, Mr.
I think in closing, I really want to thank the people of Kimberly, all political parties, the parliament staff, the police officers, and the cooperation that in particular you gave to the protection officers. I think they don't have headaches, and nobody gave them headaches. But the message that you wanted to give us was very clear. But it is actually very disturbing, and we will verify this, to hear that even democratically elected councillors live in an informal settlement for 12 years, and where there are no services, no water, no electricity. Government is concerned about gender-based violence, abuse of women and children, and women have to walk in the dark and become vulnerable to rapists and so on. So we have heard you, and all political parties that are here will heard you. I've heard you. So we think that it's the first urban land crisis that I have had since we were going around. So we will give this crisis in Kimberly a special attention, because it's quite clear that it's not the municipality that is failing. This municipality also does not have land. We'll have to find out how does it come that the municipality doesn't have land elected? Because the municipality is a government, it's a local government. So we will go deep into this matter. And thank you very much for having brought these matters to our attention. We will follow up. I even bought some books that side, just to try and study the history of this place, to try and find out how did this problem in Kimberly arise, because I think Kimberly is a crisis, but we'll look into it. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Bon voyage.